Hi there, everyone. Today we are going to be back inside of Blender, and we are going to be doing a Christmas scene. This is what we're going to be building here. It's pretty simple to do. There's some complex things like a couple particle systems, but besides that, it's pretty easy. I figured we'd go into this instead of some more learner ones, which this is going to be a learner tutorial also, but I figured I'd do something special because it's Christmas time. Well, Christmas was yesterday, but I want to still stay in the holiday spirit. So let's go ahead and get into this. We have here a particle system. This is a particle system. This is a light. Then you got your heels and some some clouds, sorry. And then if I press 0 on my number keypad, you'll see this is what we're looking at, and this is the scene that we're going to be trying to build. So let's go ahead and get into that. So I'm going to File, New, Reload Startup File. And the first thing we're going to do here is, actually, I'm going to turn on my screencast keys. And I'm going to move that out just a little bit and press in. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to delete the cue. So press X and then delete it. And then we are going to press Shift A and we are going to add a mesh. We're going to add a plane and press Q on your keyboard, and let's go into front view and let's just press S to scale, and we're just going to scale it up out right there, and let's press Control Alt, oops, wrong one. Control Alt Q again. Press Control Alt 0. And then let's press N on our keyboard. Let me hold Control. Let me bring up the size of this so you guys can see. And then we're going to click Lock Camera to View. And then press N to close that. And we are just going to raise this up, holding down Shift and then using the mouse wheel. And then another cool thing is that we could like walk around with gravity. So just press Shift F, and then you could use your WA SD keys. So we're just going to press W to walk forward a little bit, and then click to get out of that. And then we are going to press on the plane, and we're going to press S and then X to constrain it to the X axis. And we're going to scale it out some, about right there. And then we're going to press S for scale. And then we're going to press Y to constrain it to the Y axis. And we're going to scale it out a little bit. And then we're going to press Q and then go into the top view. And let's see how big that is. All right, now let's press Shift F again and press S to go backwards. Some. And then let's press S and then X, and let's just scale that out just a little bit, just so the edge ain't in the camera view. And that should be good for that. Let's press Q and then go back into top, and then let's click on this light and let's press G and let's grab it and let's pull it over here. And let's go from Blender Render, let's go into Cycles Render. And then let's come over here. I'm going to drag this out just a little bit, and we're going to go to the light settings, and I'm going to just make these a little bit bigger. And we're going to click on Sun, Use Nodes, and we are going to put the strength to 5. And then the color, we are going to click on color, and we are going to make it a slight yellowish, orangish looking color. And let's press Q and then go back into camera mode. Actually, sorry, let's go Q and then go back into top mode. And then Q again, and let's go right. And then let's press R and then rotate the camera that direction. And then let's press Q and then go to front. And then let's press R, rotate that a little bit. And then press Q and then go to the top. And press R and rotate it that direction, just like that. And then let's press Q and then go into our camera and press in, and let's unlock the camera to view. That way we could scroll up to camera view, get a little bit closer of a view. And then let's come over here to our camera, the render layers over here. And I'm going to change this from CPU to GPU. And I'm going to put it on border. And that's it for now. And then let's press Z and then go to rendered. Yeah, I think that's yellowish enough. Let's go back to solid. Let's come up here and you'll see a little world tab up here. Let's click on that world tab and let's go to surface and click on use nodes. And let's change this color to, let's click on the hex value and let's change this to 577A85 and press enter. Then now let's press Z and then go into rendered. Alrighty. That looks fine for now. Let's press Z and then go back into solid. Let's press N to get rid of this. And we could close this down just a little bit. And let's zoom out just a tad bit. Okay. That's just a little bit too close for me. Now we are going to click on this plane here and we're going to go to W. Oops, sorry. We're going to go click tab and then go to edit mode. And then let's press W. And then let's subdivide. And over here on this side, if I drag this up, and then press Control, zoom in, you'll see that we get the subdivide options over here. And number of cuts, we'll do 25, press enter. And then down here, you'll see that you have this fractal option. And actually, let's wait on that. So let's just press T to close this window right here. Let's press Tab and go back into object mode. Let's press Shift A and then let's go to text. We're going to add a text. And so let's press R and then X to constrain it to the X-axis and then press 90 for 90 degrees. And then let's press Q and then let's go into front. And let's press tab and then go into edit mode for the text. And you can just type in your text. This one's going to be Mary. And then let's press tab and then go back to object mode. And let's come over here and now you'll see a different tab for the font. And we are going to extrude this. Let me go just pan around here to see how far we're extruding this. Around 0.15 will be fine for now. And then let's look at it from the front. And let's add some depth to this. Which, if you can see, it's adding a bevel. And then let's add some resolution to that bevel. Let's go 5. And then let's come down here to the font. This is where you change your fonts. So we'll just click on that. And then if you're on Windows, you'll go into Windows. And then you'll go down to fonts, if I can find it. There it is. And the font that we want to use for this is Aventura Bold. And that's a pretty good font and it works pretty well. And then let's scroll down here. Actually, let's look at this. Yeah, that's fine. Let's scroll down here all the way down, and then to align it, we want it to be on the center. And that's all we have to do in that tab. So let's go ahead and press S to scale it. And we're just going to scale it up. Let's press Q and then go back into our camera. And scale it. And that's fine. Let's press Shift A and then let's go to text again. Let's add another text. Let's press RX90. And let's click on this text and press H to hide it. Then let's go back to this text and let's tab, go into edit mode, and then let's type out Christmas. And the reason why I'm using all capitals is because this font that we're using only works with capital letters. So we're already still on the font tab. So we just click right here and we'll see that we already have that Adventure Bold already loaded. So let's just click on that to load that. Let's press Q and then go back into front. Then let's scroll around here just a little bit and then let's scroll up and let's extrude it to 0.152 like the other one. Actually, no, let's extrude this one to 0.225. And let's give it a little bit of depth, 0.5, and then let's give it a resolution of 5. And then let's go down and let's align it to the center. And then let's press Q and then go back into the camera and then let's scale this up like this. And then let's press Alt H to unhide the Mary on here. And then let's scale this up a tad bit and let's scale the Christmas. No, that's fine. We'll just do the Mary. Let's press Q and then go into top mode. And we're clicked on Christmas and we need to extrude it out just a tad bit more. Let's try 0.3. Let's go 0.325. And that should be good. And let's see. Click on the Mary. And let's just press S and let's scale that up just a tad bit more because I want this Y over the A. Let's press 0 on the numpad. Or you can press Q and then go back into the camera and see how that looks. And let's press Z and then go to rendered. And you can see how that looks. And I think that will be fine. So let's press Z and then go back into solid. Let's press T to bring up this menu back over here. Let's click back on this plane. Let's go to tab and then go back into edit mode. Then W and then subdivide again. And then let's go down here to this fractal. And let's just move this. Let's try 12. See how that looks. I'm going to press T to hide this. And then let's go tab object mode and then press Control 2 on your keyboard or come over to your modifier tab and Control 2, Control 3, so on and so forth. Just adds more subdivisions to your mesh, this subdivision surface. And let's see here. I do not, let's take this off and then let's Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. I do not like how we did on the fractal. So instead of using a fractal, let's go ahead and stay in object mode. And let's go here to the modifier tab. And let's go down here and let's add a displace modifier. And on this texture, let's add a new texture and then come over here to your texture panel and let's make it clouds. And let's try to see what that looks like there. Let's tab in the object mode. And let's go ahead and add a subsurface now. Let's put that to the top. Actually, bottom. Let's add 2 to it. And let's press T. And then let's pull this down just a little bit. And let's zoom in on this and go to shading. And let's click smooth shading. And press T to hide that again. And let's raise the strength down on this. We just want it to be a little bit like there's kind of snow on the ground. And let's press Z and then go into rendered. And I think that will do for this. So let's go ahead and close these down for now. Let's go ahead and close that down. Let's press Q and then let's go into front view. Look at this. We're going to press S and then Y and we're going to scale this out just a tad bit. And let's press Q and then go back into our camera mode. And let's press Shift F and then S to come back a little bit. And then let's press G on our keyboard where I clicked on this plane. And then let's press Y and then just move your mouse to, let's see, that looks pretty good to me. Let's press S, X, and scale it out just a tad bit. Just like that. And let's press Q and then go into top. Yeah, that'll be fine. That looks good to me. Alrighty. So up here you'll see this little triangle thing with lines on it. Let's just grab this and pull this out. Then you'll see another one down here in this corner. Let's just grab it and pull up. And let's change this to the UV image editor. And let's change this one to the node editor. Press E to get rid of that. And let's click on this Mary right here. And let's open this just a little bit. Let's click on the texture tab. Let's add a new one. Just like that. And we're going to press Shift A. And we are going to go to input, texture coordinate. We're going to press Shift A. And we're going to go to texture, image texture. Then we're going to go Shift A. And we're going to go vector mapping. And let's connect this image texture to the diffuse, to the color of the diffuse. And then let's connect the mapping to the vector. And then for the texture coordinate on this, we're going to leave it as curve data. And we aren't going to unwrap it or nothing like that. So we're just going to go from generated to vector. Just like that. And then we are going to open a image. And then I'm going to go to where I got saved at. And I will leave a download link to this. I made this texture. It's the candy cane texture. I made this. So I will give it for a download. And let's add it there. And then let's press Q and then go into our camera. And then let's press Z and then go to rendered mode. And let's come here. The reason why I put the vector mapping is so we can move it because I'm not going to unwrap this text. And let's put the scale down to 0.5, 0.5, and then 0.5 on the Z. And then we are going to mess with the location. So let's move the X. Let's try something like 12. Oops, not 125. 12. And then the Y, let's try something like 11. Let's go to like 4, and then the X, smooth the Z. We want it kind of crisscrossed, so and then let's move the Y just a little bit, just to get something like that, kind of like a candy cane look is what I'm going for. And I'm going to press Shift F on my camera, and I'm going to press W. And I'm going to walk forward just a little bit more. There we go. And that is it for that texture. So let's press Z and then go back into solid. Let's come down here to this Christmas, and we're going to add a new material. And I should have named this. This material is going to be candy cane. And then this one will be wrapping paper. And so over here, so we're going to do the same thing that we just did. So Shift A, input texture coordinate, Shift A, texture, image texture, Shift A, vector mapping, plug the color in to the diffuse, the vector from the mapping into the vector, and then the coordinate is going to be generated. And let's see, I didn't even think about that. People probably can't see that. So I'm going to open a new window down here and change this to the 3D view. Go into the camera, press in, all right, and zoom in here. And I'm going to close this down, close this one down, then zoom this in so you guys can see. And we're going to press open and go back to desktop, and we're going to choose some kind of different wrapping paper for this one. Let's try this Xmas one. And let's come down here, press Z, and then go to rendered. And let's see how that looks. Let's scale this down, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. Nope, let's scale it up. So let's try 2, 2, and 2. And then just scroll in here and see how that looks. This wrapping paper might not be good. Let's move it on the Y, the X. This might need to be 5. This might need to be 2. Let's go ahead and try a different one with different color. Let's try this purple one. That may be kind of cool. So zoom in here. It looks a little bit stretched out, so you just got to come through here and play with these until you find something that ain't so stretched out. And just get something in there that you like. And then let's go ahead and we're going to Shift A and we're going to add a shader, a glossy shader. And then we're going to Shift A and add a mix shader because we're going to mix the diffuse with a glossy. And we are going to put the factor on 0.15 and the roughness we are going to put on 0.1. Just like that. And then let's click on marry again and let's do the same thing here. Shift A, shader, mix shader. Shift A, glossy. And then let's just combine the two. Put the fact down to 0.15. And the roughness we are going to put down to 0.1. Just like that. And that is it for these two textures. So I'm going to go ahead and come back over here and we're going to go back to the 3D view and we are going to press Z here and go back to solid mode and let's press Q, go into camera, and then let's go Z rendered and look at it from here. Okay guys, I think we are going to go ahead and end the tutorial. This is going to be a couple part tutorial. I don't know if it's going to be a 3 or 4 parter. The whole tutorial itself is almost 3 hours long, so I'm going to break it up into parts. And now that we got the text done, we are going to stop it here. And then I will see you on part 2. Remember, please like and subscribe for tons more tutorials. Thank you and have a good day.